I'm attorney Robert Rubenstein, and this is Rubenstein's Rules for Personal Injury. Rule number 1, get an attorney. When you or a loved one have been injured by another's negligence, an experienced attorney can make a huge difference. At Rubenstein Law, we will find all of the insurance, make sure your injuries are documented, and work to get you the best result. While each case is different, a well-known insurance company's own study showed people with a lawyer, on average, got more money. Call Rubenstein Law at 1-800-FL-LEGAL.
Percentage attorneys can charge. Our firm charges you nothing, not even costs, unless you get money.
For more of these rules, go to RubensteinLaw.com.
If Instagram is your thing, we're there. We're everywhere. Follow us at #BornToRideMotorcycleMedia, your #1 motorcycle resource.
You know the risks of driving drunk. There could be a crash, people could get hurt or killed. You could get arrested, incur legal expenses, and possibly lose your job. Drive sober or get pulled over and pay the consequences.
Thanks for tuning in to Born to Ride TV, the longest running biker TV show in the world. This week, we go inside the vault from 25 years of producing this show. The legendary Indian Larry at his last bike week tells his story. The Boggy Creek Ride with Steven Tyler from Aerosmith, and from American Chopper, it's the Tuttles, all supporting the children in memory of Bruce Rossmeyer. Then it's another music legend, Mr. Bo Diddley, larger than life. Hey, Bo Diddley! And Billy Lane from Choppers Inc. with Craven Moorhead and the Ice Cream Man from Hell. All this and more here on Born to Ride.
Hey, I'm Steven Tyler from Aerosmith. You're watching Born to Ride TV. Oh, yeah.
Little Emily is right. It is Bike Week, and this is Daytona Beach. This is one of the biggest biker blowouts in the world, and as always, Born to Ride was there. Indian Larry is a custom bike designer and builder who has achieved remarkable popularity because of the extraordinary bikes he creates. He recently won the biker build-off against Billy Lane, his good friend and compadre. Born to Ride was fortunate to obtain an exclusive interview with this one-of-a-kind chopper guru.
The name Indian Larry came actually from the Indian motorcycle. I built a chopped 50 Chief years ago, and I had a lot of nicknames. You know, in the biker world, you get nickname here, nickname, and finally one lands on you and sticks. And luckily, Indian Larry stuck, and it's a nickname I can live with. Some of the nicknames were not so flattering, but they came from the Indian motorcycle. I'm actually Belgium. I'm not Indian, but I do believe in American Indian spiritual ideal, so it was a quite appropriate name. I've always been a motorcycle superstar, except I was the only one that knew it. So it really doesn't feel much different to me. I'm just a regular chopper guy. I'm just a biker. I'm no different than anybody else, really. I mean, in my opinion, everybody's a superstar in their own realm. Well, some of the changes in the motorcycling now, it seems like it'd be a big advent in the custom bike. A lot of what people are calling choppers now are not choppers, in my opinion. They're custom bikes. I really build choppers. That's what I like to build, like straight up choppers. Not saying there's anything wrong with the custom bikes. It's just not what I do. I'm all about the motor, all about the performance, all about the speed and the handling of the bike. And also I'm about elevating the art. I was a man that coined the term motorcycle artist in the industry. No one was using that term before I coined it years ago. But I think it's all great for the industry. I personally think the whole world should be filled with motorcyclists, and I think everybody would get along a whole lot better. What I tell everybody what they should do, not only with motorcycles, but in life, find out what you like to do, what you love to do, and pursue that with all the passion you can and as hard as you can, and your success and your money and your fame, if you want it, will follow. Most of the ideas I have for bike building are already in my head. I don't know where that comes from, whether it would be like God-given talent or demonic possession. I don't know where they come from. I just have tons of ideas, and I just keep building. And I don't even really try to build anything so radical. I just try to keep refining it to get to the ultimate perfect motorcycle. I'm really on the quest for the holy grail, so to speak, for the perfect motorcycle, the perfect day, the perfect bike, the perfect ride. So that's what I'm after. Yeah, the bike that I built for the last Discovery episode with Billy Lane, the one where I won the 2003 Discovery Bike Building Championship, I believe that's right behind us. That's this bike right here behind us. And yeah, I had a lot of help on that bike. I mean, my painter, my seat maker, Paul Cox, my painter, Robert Padre from Custom Auto Design, my whole entire team, Kino, everybody put their heart into that bike. We built that bike in 20 days, which was a tremendous feat. Any real builder will tell you that's a feat. And yeah, it's beyond passion. It's an obsession building these bikes. And I tell people it's not what I do, it's what I am. I have no choice. This is really a burning obsession. It's what I do, and I'm going to continue to do this until I can't do it anymore, actually. The change in motorcycling, I mean, I love the acceptance. I mean, as you said, we would be thrown out of restaurants. We would be not accepted. It was always looked on like you were a bad guy. And in some incidents, we were bad guys, but not in general. Everybody was pretty, there's much more understanding of the whole bike thing right now. And I love it. I love the acceptance. I love to be able to make the money and to make it so that everybody in my crew actually profits from it. And, you know, and I'm not done yet. I don't believe I've reached my peak or the fame. I'm just going to pursue my goal and my dream as hard as I possibly can. And not so much for myself, because I basically have everything I want out of life. It's just mostly for my crew. I want everybody to share in the success and get really to be able to fulfill their dreams. And, you know, my wife, my whole crew, you know, I just want everybody to be happy. You know, I'm sort of like a throwback to the 60s because I started doing this when I was very young, and I don't think I ever grew up. I don't think I ever progressed out of motorcycling. I do use all the new modern technology, the best materials, the latest state-of-the-art stuff. I use a lot of stuff from the space program, and I try to build these bikes the best I can. But I don't care what other builders are doing, like these cookie cutter bikes and stuff. I really don't care about what anybody's doing about anything in my life. I do what I feel like doing, regardless of where the chips might fall. Whatever, you know, even if I do something and someone perceives it as negative, if I feel in my heart it's the right thing to do, I don't care what people think. I don't care how people perceive my bikes. If I like them and I love them, then people can go to hell then. I mean, but I'm really happy that people perceive these bikes and they like them. I like it when people look at the bikes and they smile and they're happy and they just start staring at them. They get hypnotized when they look at them. You know, I like that when people enjoy them as much as I do. People can contact me through IndyLarry.com. It'll be the phone numbers on there, mailing address, the address of the shop, all the merchandise is on there, how to contact me for a build. What's next? I have a lot of movies pending on the table right now. We're talking about some other Discovery work. I have a biography that's being written this year. They're doing a video game. I have a bunch of national ad campaigns out there, and I actually am too busy. And mostly I'm not even building for the public anymore. I only build bikes for myself to bring to the shows, and if they sell from the shows, that's okay. But I really don't want the public dictating to me what I should build. I just want to build, you know, my art. I'm not building bikes for the public. I'm actually sculpting when I build. So if someone wants to build one of my bikes, I get a lot of collectors to build it. So that's pretty much what's going new and on the future for me. Okay, this is Indy and Larry, and this about wraps it up for this episode of Born to Ride TV. And maybe I'll see you guys again next time. Bye-bye.
At Crystal Harley Davidson, if you have bad credit, we say WTF. That's right, WTF. We're willing to finance. So if credit is keeping you from jumping on that dream bike, get to Crystal and get the credit you need to ride today. CrystalHarley.com. Mugs and Jugs Sports Bar and Grill. Wednesday night, bike night, every Wednesday night, beginning October 7th, 6 to 10 p.m., rain or shine. Great food, they say they have the best wings in the Bay. You be the judge. Jumbo wings and beer specials all night. Live music every week from 7 to 10 p.m. Brought to you by Tampa Bay Nightlife, Born to Ride, and Rubenstein Law, Florida's law firm. That's bike night every Wednesday night at Mugs and Jugs Sports Bar and Grill, Largo. Don't miss it. Be there. Come get your kicks at JF Kicks Restaurant and Patio Bar. Don't miss Bike Night, the last Tuesday of every month with Born to Ride. Live remote and emceed by Fester Jenkins from Boss Hog Radio. The Rubenstein Law Best Bike of the Night. Live music, great food, giveaways, drink specials, and more. That's JF Kicks, last Tuesday of every month. It's Bike Night. That's JF Kicks Restaurant and Patio Bar. Calling out Brandon, Tampa, Valrico. Yeah, don't miss this Bike Night. Vendors, call now.
Hey, this is Indian Larry from New York City, and we're down here in Daytona Beach, March for Bike Week, and you're watching Born to Ride TV.
It's the Boggy Creek Ride number 10, man. This thing is unbelievable what Mr. Rossmeyer puts on for the biker community. And we got some celebrities in the house, and we got some superstars in the house, because this is what it's all about, isn't it, guys? We got the Tunnels right here, man. How you doing, Paul?
Good. How you doing?
Man, it's good to have you guys. What does it mean to be a part of this?
Oh, you know, it's a tremendous honor to be here. This is our second year, and Bruce has asked us to come out again. And it's all about the kids, and we do a lot of charity stuff, but I think this is one of the biggest things we do during the course of the year.
Now, with your schedules, I know you guys are really busy, but how does it make you feel when you're here and see the kids, you know, what they're going through and what's happening right here?
Oh, you know, this camp means so much to so many people, and you could see the positive effect it has on all the kids. And it's just phenomenal.
Well, it's really great to have you guys a part of this. Paul Sr., I mean, does this give you a soft spot in your heart, or you have the soft spot in your heart, don't you?
Yeah, I think it's in there somewhere, you know. But, for us is, you know, we get to do a lot of things and, you know, stuff like that. But, deep down inside, I think that, there's a lot of reward in a lot of different things that we do. But I think this is the biggest reward that we get. So it's like, for us, it's an honor just to be part of this, you know.
And you guys being in millions of homes every week and taking the time to come here for this, I mean, it's really something. It means a lot to everyone here, I'm sure. And there's superstars here. I heard Steven Tyler's here somewhere. We're going to have to find him. We're going to have to find him, too. You know, we're happy to be here, and it's happy to see you guys. Any last words to the viewers out there at Born to Ride TV?
No, just, I think it's important. You don't have to be on TV to support something like this. So everyone could do their part and really make organizations like this that more successful.
So tell me, what's your name?
Christine.
Christine, how are you doing today, and how do you feel with all the bikes coming and seeing you?
I'm doing wonderful. And all these bikes are really amazing.
And I heard a big special friend of yours just now snuck up behind you.
Wow!
This is Christine, our ambassador. She stole my job today, but I'll let her get away with it.
And we have a legend on the set right here, Mr. Steven Tyler.
Hey.
Rock and roll king, man. You're the greatest. And what's new with Aerosmith these days?
We just put out an album, Honkin' on Bobo. We got an A&E special DVD that's coming out. But for today, it's all about her and this camp and Bruce Rossmeyer and the Tuttles and everybody that rode here. You know, I mean, I'm just this guy from Yonkers, and, like Tuttle Sr., that just happened to make it, and our dreams came true. And And it feels so good to be a part of other people's dreams coming true. You know, like this place, and making it prolific and making it happen every year and getting more kids to come here. What a great feeling to be part of that dream and just see the joy in people's faces like that.
Look at the smile on that face, man. How can you describe that?
Free.
How can you describe it?
Verklempt. I'm verklempt.
Is this awesome or what?
Yeah, this is very awesome. Having all these people here is a lot. Well, pretty good. Wonderful.
She showed me around, you know, the hospital area and the front of the stage and the lunchroom and the front of the stage and where else did we go? The front of the stage. Did I say that?
Yes.
She was complaining it was too loud, but where was she? In the front of the stage.
People are here today because they care, and they have big hearts, and people coming together, all walks of life, diversity. I mean, we're honored to be here to be able to show the viewers out there what's really happening here in America, and how there's things going on in the world, but, you know, we can't forget what's happening right here. And it's all about the children and the kids, and that's our future, right, Steve?
It sure is. You know, you can't receive unless you give it away, and everybody here's giving it away and giving it up in full heart, you know, and it's just a beautiful thing.
It just makes your day. I mean, it's just hard for me to even describe, but I'm telling you, the guy like Steven Tyler, the Tuttles, the great people here in this room, outside, the bikers today, I mean, that's what America's all about. Motorcycling, having fun, and the kids and the women tomorrow. And last words of the words of on the ride.
Break a fag, like a sis, boom, bah. Christine, rah, rah, rah.
Whatever the next record. All right, thanks a lot, Steve. I appreciate it. Steve, it's been great talking to you. I'm glad to be here with you.
You're very welcome.
All right. That's what it's about, guys. You see a real smile here? Because it's real. We'll be right back with more on the ride.
How about that? That was pretty special. First of all, Steven Tyler happens to be my #1 favorite.
Yeah, I know she loves the guy.
I really do.
Well, he's a legend, man. I mean, the guy's been performing for what, 50 years? He's 72 years old. He's been performing close to 50 years. He's, 40 albums out. And that was an older one from the vault because he did Honkin' on Bobo.
Yeah. He was the first concert I ever saw.
Ozzy for me.
Yeah, well, Steven Tyler, Aerosmith was the first concert I ever saw, and I got whiplash from that. But it was great, and that was just a great.
What were you doing to get whiplash?
Yeah, I was rocking.
I really want to get backstage, huh?
Yeah. Anyways, we are happy to be home. We're happy to be back. We are back from
the Cackleberry.
That's right, Oktoberfest, you guys. We went to Oktoberfest at the Cackleberry.
Oh my God, the place was incredible.
Wall to wall people. We had so much fun. Just so much fun. There was music. There was vendors. There was
babes.
There was
babes.
And there were more
babes.
And we just had so much fun. I think poor John and his photography, his finger from taking so many photos,
got sore.
It got sore.
Well, it was that or when I fell off the go-go stage. I think I hurt my pride more than anything else. I'm glad I handled it. You wouldn't believe it. I was trying to take pictures from the go-go stage to get a nice angle. You'll see the shots.
Yeah, because John was deciding if he was going to be a go-go dancer or not.
Oh, yeah, actually, I was up there dancing with the camera. It's the funniest thing. So I'm up on the go-go stage. I'm filming. Heather comes around. I'm like, here, Heather, have the camera. I handed down the camera. I go to take one step off the ladder, 2 steps off the ladder. The whole thing was boom, like this. I landed on my ass. It was just so embarrassing. And then I'm looking at it, I'm like, how can the strippers get on and off this without falling? And the guy said, they hook their heels on the back. And then a friend of ours had her heels out like that. So literally,
high heels.
Yeah, I got a picture of it. I'll post it. They're like this. If you can hook your heels on that, you ain't falling off a ladder. I definitely understand that. But it's fun. I can honestly say I fell off a go-go stage.
So, but anyway, we couldn't believe it. Let me tell you, I was so happy. Oktoberfest was such a great thing. We needed it. It was so much fun. Thousands of people, music like you wouldn't believe.
Wall of Death.
About that, the Wall of Death.
I went inside the Wall of Death while the guy was spinning around in a go-kart. I was inside spinning around. I was able to get 2 360 pans until I got dizzy and tripped over a wire. But I was able to get shots.
We've got lots and lots of video we'll be putting together for all of you guys.
We got one out today. We got one out today. We put out the Big Daddy Band. Out with Danny's Big Daddy Band. It's out right now. Big Daddy Band, and it's on YouTube. Rock and roll. Huckleberry Life. It was wonderful. And at the end of it, there's pole dancers.
Yes, there is.
So you're going to like that. Pole dancers and go-go dancers at the end of it. You'll see the stage that I fell off of. You'll be like, wow, you bust this noggin.
But it was an unbelievable time. We had so much fun. Twisted Minds Incorporated was there.
Yes. Just Like It Smile, No Pressure Band, Diesel, who else? Big Daddy.
Big Daddy Band's amazing, let me tell you.
He played 3 nights in a row, my God.
3 nights in a row. He plays during the day, plus he plays at night.
I don't know how he kept it up, but man, he was good. And I'll tell you right now, I found something from being a photographer that on a hot body bikini contest, when you film from behind the girls, you actually get a better shot than if you're in front of the girls. Yeah. I found that out. Again, I'll be bringing you that eye candy here shortly because we're working on that video. That'll be next.
Yeah.
That or the slime wrestling part 2.
That's true. It was fun.
Oh man, body slamming. Those girls are body slamming each other this time.
There was serious wrestling going on.
No wrestling. It was great.
Great vendors, lots of vendors, and fantastic little vendors.
Brothers in Arms.
Barbecue was really great.
They're really good. Then they had another couple that was here with the seafood. Fiona's Flavor.
Yeah.
Something
like that. We had it.
You'll see the video. It's up there.
First time Huckleberry had music there. It was fantastic.
That's right.
So we are so excited. We wanted to tell you we've got a wonderful guest coming on tonight. We've got a really fun, thrill-seeking, adventurous,
Shawn
DJ Shawn.
Yes, he's also the lead singer of M99. He's a DJ.
Also, he has 2 other bands that he's in.
Instructor, you name it.
Yes, he is.
Audio band.
What's wrong with our audio?
I'm sorry if the audio is a little bit messed up. We've been having some issues with our audio. I'm not lying. We have our guy looking into it. We're doing the best I can, so fans just kind of bear with us.
Let us know what's going on with the audio, guys.
It's coming in and out. Yeah, because we've been working on this issue for a while, and we're not quite sure why the audio does this. We don't know if it's because YouTube and Facebook don't like each other, so when we try to stream from one to the other, it messes up the sound.
Yeah, we're not quite sure what's going on with the audio. Is anyone else having any trouble with your audio?
Yeah, let us know.
Let us know if you're having any problems with your audio.
Okay, bad audio.
Lisa Gray.
Okay, is it cutting in and out, guys? We're not quite sure. All right, but we're trying. We're working on it. If it's too quiet, I can turn that up.
We can adjust the volume.
Yeah, but we're trying here. So anyway, let's see. What else do you want to talk about?
I can't remember. It was so much fun. We had 3 days full, non-stop. Well, actually 4 days.
Yes.
Non-stop, 20-hour days almost.
Yes.
Of go. Meeting people all over the place. Fantastic people from everywhere were coming to the Huckleberry. People coming from Georgia, people coming from the Carolinas.
All the United States down there. All over.
People coming from out of the United States, coming from the UK, coming from Europe, people coming down from Australia. I mean, we met people from all over the world.
Yes.
It was really neat to see.
It's really interesting when you meet people from all over the world that come to an American event for biking. And it's just wonderful because the brother and sisterhood that are there between the biker community is just really outstanding. It really is.
Yeah, it is. And we saw that because people were so nice to us, being that we had our tent there, and it was the first time that we put up a tent.
Yeah, first time we did the vendor thing with the tent and everything else like that.
And we've never done that before.
No, we got a little bit to advertise. We really did that. But we had a good time doing it. We really did. Meeting a lot of people, meeting a lot of fans that we're surprised that we ran into. A lot of fans, a lot of support that we got from everybody, and we're truly appreciative audio is a little bad. We had to take the computer with us down to Tackleberry. We hooked the computer back up, and somehow we lost our audio. We had our dudes working on it today, so...
Yeah, but working on it.
Yeah.
He's our mobile computer medic guy.
So we're trying. So if the audio is a little bit glitchy tonight, we're very sorry. We'll bring it back to you again next week. It's just been really, really a lot has been going on with the John Heather Show lately. A lot of things have been going on. And if you follow my wall, you know that, I had a death that was personal to me. My beloved German Shepherd, Shelby, passed away on me last night. And I've been kind of just dealing with that. Never had a dog. Shelby's like one of the first dogs ever bought from a breeder. And
Shelby was his first real pet.
Yeah, and Shelby passed away last night. And that's after her daughter got into a car accident in the middle of the night. So it's just been kind of rough for the John Heather Show. But we're trying to do everything that we can right now to be able to get everything situated.
That's right. And for that, we would love to have our guest come on in just a minute. And guys, we are so excited about it tonight because let me tell you, we had the personal pleasure of doing ziplining with DJ Shawn. And we had never ziplined before.
No, he's a zipline instructor, and I'm telling you, where he works at has the highest, fastest, longest zipline. I think in the state of Florida. You could probably verify that for me, but this thing was incredible. And again, if you go on our YouTube channel, you'll see that we have ziplining there with DJ Shawn. And we were up in the trees, Heather was up there like a squirrel doing her thing, and we were just zipping from tree to tree to tree, having a great time. Shawn had to go do a rescue too because we had one person that went there with a young boy, and his glove got stuck on the thing. No, it wasn't you. And then Shawn, he was like a monkey. I mean, right down there, grabbed this kid, rescued him, came back, holding the rope and kicking with his feet. I mean, Heather and I were just so impressed. But wow.
We got it on film.
We got it on film again.
Nike should hire him.
Yeah, you can't give you a Nike ad with that foot skills that he has. Seriously. And I'll tell you right now, the video is outstanding. It's us going ziplining with DJ Shawn. It's a beautiful, beautiful area. It's been there for a while. It's just a wonderful place to visit. And if you're ever in the Ocala, Florida area, please come and take a look at that. And again, with Shawn and Tommy, exactly.
We'll tell you all about it where he works, and we recommend you go there and see him and and have a tour with DJ Shawn. And also, he's going to let you know where he'll be playing shortly. So we're going to get him on.
Hey, Shawn, he sits down there and says, please give us a thumbs up if you're all right, man. All right, we're going to bring him on.
All right.
Hey, buddy, how you doing, man?
Hey there, Shawn.
Good, guys.
Nothing much, man. How's the audio sound at your end from us, okay?
It sounds kind of crunchy sounding and something's weird about it.
Darn. All right, I'm sorry it's crunchy. We'll just try to... You sound
That's okay. I'll just do all the talking. How about that?
How
does my audio sound? Pretty amazing?
Your audio sounds fine. It never sounds bad. We're the ones that can't do nothing with the audio. We come out every other word. So tell us about yourself. Tell us what's going on, man, and everything else.
Yeah, take it away.
Take it away, brother.
Killer, man. So right now I'm just sort of chilling at the homestead. Sipping on a beverage, trying to have me a good night. Had the day off today, which is very rare for me. I usually work like 6 or 7 days a week out there ziplining, and then when I'm not doing that, doing concerts and every now and then doing the DJ thing. So having a day off for me, the main thing I usually always try to do is get to the river. I just love to be in nature and I love to be in the water. I'm a free diving coach. But one of my main hobbies that I like to do is just go diving in the spring. So today I was out at Silver Glen Springs. It rained a little bit, but it was still really nice out there. I don't really care. It means there's less people around and there's more nature. So I'm out there swimming with fish and swimming down in the springs. I can get down in there in those caves. It's pretty cool.
Are you diving when you hold your breath and go under as long as you can without any oxygen support?
Yeah. I can go for about 2 minutes. I usually don't. I usually come up before I need to, but if I needed to, I can be static for about 2 minutes down there at the bottom.
Wow.
It's all about kind of keeping yourself calm and convincing your body that you're not about to drown. Settle down. We're not going to die, I promise. But yeah, it's a little at a time. You know, you obviously start off small, shallower dives and get down. The biggest challenge is the equalization challenge.
Yeah.
I learned that from my coach, Jerome. Jerome worked with the free dive coaches of Asia. When we helped to establish the free dive coaches of America. It is like a program where we take and coach non-swimmers how to be efficient swimmers and free divers, how to use a snorkel, ocean survival techniques, CPR, and things like that. So I got myself certified from the Free Diving Coaches of Asia, which is also branched out to be Free Diving Coaches of America. So it's just one of the groups that I work with. We're looking to go, actually, I was supposed to be visiting with them in the Philippines this year, this month, but because of the whole quarantine thing, you know, not a lot of traveling going to happen this year. So
that's a shame.
Hopefully I'll be able to do it next year.
You will be
Like
traveling.
the Philippines, it's a group of islands. So everybody that lives out there is constantly surrounded by water. And so if you are not able to swim, then drowning is actually a pretty big deal. So Jerome started the program to try to teach people who can't swim to be more comfortable in the ocean. So that way, if you are, and if you live in the Philippines, you are going to end up on a boat at some point in your life. If you fall off, that you will be able to get yourself back to land or survive, or maybe even save somebody if they're starting to drown.
Wow. So where are you doing the free diving at?
My favorite places to go are in the Ocala National Forest. I'm one of the spring hoppers. I've got an annual membership with them, so I've already paid for an annual pass that can go to all the springs in the forest. There's Juniper Springs, Alexander Springs, and my favorite one, Silver Glen. The Silver Glen, it's got a pretty deep spring well. It's not like a massive one, but it's always got a million fish. Basically feel like you're swimming in an aquarium.
Wow. Do you do cave diving?
I will go in the cave.
Yeah.
But I'm not. I'm never going to try to push it. I want to basically experience being inside the cave, but I don't really go around exploring in there because it's very dangerous to do that.
Those guys got to know what's the deal. No, because those guys that do the underwater cave spelunking is what it's called. Those guys will strap like 3 tanks on them and do miles in the caves, not stirring up silt or they can't see nothing. That's dangerous, man. Super dangerous.
Yeah, that's really not my jam. I'm a free diver. I try to do everything on one breath hold. You got to know your body's limits. You don't want to push it. It's not worth it. There's nothing down there that's worth dying for.
You're also in shape, though. I've seen you do a concert, run across a field, grab a megaphone, run back across the field and start singing again into that megaphone.
And not be out of breath.
Be out of breath. So
that's how we do it. That's
the true advantage over a normal person like me being like in really, really good shape. If I am in good shape, I don't think I could be able to keep up with you for a 2-minute dive.
You know, I would say that the freediving and even all of the on and off stage stuff, it really comes down to practicing and rehearsing it. So here's me in the band practice, and they get into the instrumental solo, and I run and do a little lap around so that I know in my mind and my body about how much time I have to keep on being active before I need to get back on the stage. Actually, I practiced that move and I pulled it off a few times, though probably my favorite one was at Earth Day Birthday. And for doing the opening act, you know, we were like the first original band to play Earth Day Birthday. So for me, I was trying to start the first mosh pit of the day. I could see that there was some action sort of towards the back of the crowd. You know, it wasn't popping off yet. So if I'm in the audience, then my main factor is to open up the pit. Like I want to get the people moving. So when I'm on stage, I can't exactly do that. I gotta wait until there's a little bit of an instrumental break, and so there goes guitar solos going off, and I know I got like 30 seconds before I need to be on the mic again. Jump off the stage, over the guardrail, run into the back of the pit. I push a few people around, and it gets started. And then I gotta hurry up and run back and get through the combat to get back onto the stage. And the stage is like up here. So my move is I've got to like jump up and roll over my shoulder and land on my feet. And if I do it right, and I did at Earth Day Birthday, I grab the microphone on the roll. So I grab the microphone, do a roll, and then blast them with it.
How many times did you have to practice and get that right?
I mean, I've been doing stuff like that for a long time. Before I ever messed with all this other stuff, I was kind of an amateur parkour enthusiast, and I did a lot of free running and climbing, urban climbing stuff. So it's sort of, that's my forte. I love being a mosh pit. I don't mind getting bumped around a little bit. That's my happy place, if anything. I like that.
Oh my God! Really? Yes.
That's my jam right there. I mean, well, to me, a mosh pit is such a great outlet because it's a mutual thing. You know, like we all, there's a code of conduct that everybody obeys. You know, nobody's really trying to hurt anybody, but saying you are allowed to give me a little bump. You know, I'm out here and signed up for it, and I don't mind if you push me around. If you push me, you obviously shouldn't mind if I do that right back.
That's
right. And we're in this little group of people who have sort of agreed to be a little rough with each other because that's what we came here for. Mm-hmm. So repping my team, if I could rep my team, is the Cogs of War. So like, and I learned a lot of it from Billy Wright. You guys know about the Cogs of War?
No.
Okay, so I would say like your founder or your president of the Cogs of War, so to speak, is Billy Wright. Look him up. He's the Midnight Mosher. Notorious, man. He goes out into these mosh pits with GoPro cameras in his hands. He's got padding on and usually a pretty cool looking face mask. And in the middle of the storm, I'm talking nothing but chaos, and he's always out there in the middle of it, crowd surfing. He's got his flag up in the air.
I always wanted to crowd surf. Always, because I'm little and I don't weigh much. So I think I would go flying and I would go surfing. It would be fun.
So what's going on with band stuff with you, Shawn?
So I've got a concert coming up on Saturday. We're going to be playing at O'Malley's Alley. O'Malley's Alley is probably one of, if not the oldest brick and mortar bar that Ocala has. So it's right there in the heart of Ocala, downtown square. It's an iconic place. This is the first real concert that we've been able to have since all the quarantine stuff started.
And this band
my band is Amusia.
Okay.
You guys know from Jay and the other guys, David, Corey, Keith, they're in there, and so we've done a digital show where we were online broadcasting out of Gainesville at the High Dive, and we did a social distance show that we played at the Ocala Drive-In.
Okay.
Where they were broadcasting our band to the big giant drive-in screen. But this is going to be like the first real with a crowd concert.
But you can't wait.
No, I can't wait either. You don't know what's going to happen. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like this next couple of months, anything could change. So I'm going to take it while I can get it. You know what I mean? I don't know if we're going to get to have concerts in another month or two, so I'm taking it while I can get it.
Exactly.
Yeah, and everybody has to make some money too. This is really going to hurt everybody in their pocket, especially in the entertainment industry.
Yeah, for sure. We're playing with another couple of bands. Rowing the Past is in there too. They're really awesome. And we're opening for GFM, which is hands down favorite band. You want to take up the rest of the next 20 minutes hearing me talk about GFM? I'll talk about them until your show's over, bro.
Three sisters, right?
Yep. There is GFM is Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh.
Okay.
They're faith-based metal band.
Okay.
And they're out of Jacksonville.
Okay.
The whole thing is self-produced. They're a family band, so three sisters that all play instruments and sing. And they're a powerhouse. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. When I first saw them, we were playing in Metal in the Mountains in West Virginia at this festival, and we got lucky enough to be able to open for them and play directly before their set. And I liked what I heard. I listened to some of their stuff online. I liked what I heard. I got the opportunity to meet them in person, and they're such down to earth and kind people. The whole entire family, and they're already had my heart. I said, well, they're very nice people. They sound good on their recording, but when I saw their stage show, it knocked my head off. I was not ready. Then there's pink smoke flying in the air. They're throwing cupcakes at the crowd. They're crowding a pink coffin, and like the sound quality, the production of their show is so professional. It's top notch.
And it's all family done. They all do it all within the family.
Yep. They travel around. They tour with mom and dad.
That is true. I like that.
That's nice when a family can do that together.
I really like
when a family can, sometimes the families will do one of these, you know. But when you got a family that can do one of these, that's what really makes it interesting.
In a lot of ways, a band is a family. You know, these are your brothers or sisters. You know, you spend so much time together, and you put so much of your heart and soul into the music that you really bond as a family. And one of the big pitfalls of being in a band, or one of the obstacles, is you got to keep the family together. You know, you got to take a group of 5 dudes and all get along all the time, and it's hard to do that. So I think that's one of the really great strengths for them, is that they're a family. So no matter what happens, nothing's going to separate them.
Or somebody gets
Imagine trying to keep 3 sisters, and they're all pretty young, right?
Yeah.
Imagine trying to keep them together from not fighting and getting along.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they if anything, they're destined for fame. They have their own YouTube channel, which is so entertaining. They aside from just making music and playing concerts, they will show you their lives. They do little skits, and they really do so much to connect and stay with their fans. That's the thing. Like, yeah, I love the music. Yeah, I love their vibe. But when I saw the way that they treat their fans, I had nothing but like massive respect for them, just because of how kind they are and how connected they are with their fan base. So I was really excited the first time that they had the opportunity to play in Ocala. Between me and Joey, we ended up like building up a pretty big fan base for them in Ocala, where we still are like the #1 biggest fan base for GFM, like worldwide, although they've only played 1 show here. So this is to be their 2nd one in Ocala. So like we're really eager to welcome them back.
We must be stoked. I saw when you had them out ziplining.
Yeah, we went ziplining. I was wearing my pink cupcake socks, and I got a GFM helmet, and I have my GFM like wristband, my beanie. Like they signed my GFM shirt. I was the GFM VIP tour guide for the.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah. We went out there. I had my friend Sierra, who is like a photographer that I work with a lot. She came out with her thing, Jade Lotus, which is her photography and videography company, and they took a drone out there. Did you see the drone footage?
Drone footage is amazing.
Yeah. I had the honor of rescuing Maggie English, which I'm pretty proud of.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about ziplining, what you do, and where you're at, so people that are listening can come and see you and have a tour with you like we did, because it was so much fun.
And you can watch that video too with everything that goes on.
Yeah, I had a blast with you guys. Y'all were a lot of fun.
Thank you.
I really enjoyed having you out there. I'm glad you got to experience it for yourself. There's really nothing quite like it. I mean, there's probably zipline places all over the world, but there's nothing like it near here. This is the longest, highest, fastest zipline course in Florida.
What's the name of it again?
It's called the Canyons Zipline Canopy Tours. It's an adventure park.
Okay.
But hashtag Zip the Canyons is what you want to look for. Look up Zip the Canyons, and you'll find us. But yeah, it's a pleasure. I mean, I feel really blessed to have that kind of job. I wish I had found something like that sooner because it's really a calling to me to take people out on adventures and doing this little bit of thrill seeking and just being entertainer.
That's really how you are. You are a thrill seeker. Like, you know, like X Games type person, you know?
I mean, I'm down.
You do, you said you do fire breathing?
I don't breathe fire. I think it's cool, but it's not something that I do. I spin fire. I do a fire staff, and I mess with a little bit of other kinds of fire ploy. So my fire performance art is mostly using 1 or 2 fire staves, and it's like you're got a carbon fire contact staff, and it being a contact staff means that it's kind of a little sticky.
Okay.
It's not like gluey sticky, but the material is like rubbery, so that whenever it rolls on your skin, it'll just kind of like roll around. It doesn't slip. And it are these Kevlar wicks. Kevlar is a really good material for it because it doesn't break apart, so it won't come away as it's spinning. You're not going to end up with little embers flying everywhere. You try to use a really clean burning fuel like white gas, so that way your flame doesn't stick. And I do all this stuff to try to make sure that I minimize the risk of it, so that I don't get burned, so nobody else gets burned. Right. So people freak out when they see me actually touching the fire. Get against my skin, because while it is hot, as long as you're careful with it, you can actually do stuff like that and not
moving, right?
Yeah, you got to keep it moving. My favorite thing is the sound that it makes. There's a neat whooshing that you hear. I love that so much.
I was 13 in Hawaii and I saw a real fire dance at a luau in Hawaii. And those guys, man, when the guys do it, they swing it so fast. It's, you can hear it just a wish, and the heat off of it. It's just amazing to watch.
Speaking of sound, before we go tonight, at some point, you're going to have to do it. You know what I'm talking about.
What do you want me to do?
Your sound, that calling, that.
You want me to scream?
Yes. I love it.
See if I can conjure one of those out of the depths of my soul for you here.
I love it. I love it.
Well, a sneak peek. If you want to hear like the real deal,
yeah. When is your show so everybody knows again? Let them know when and where again and what time.
It's going to be this Saturday, the 24th, at O'Malley's Alley, downtown in the Ocala Downtown Square. The doors open at 8. The bands start at 9. We're putting together, my band is directly putting together a will call list. So you can message me or any of the guys in my band and we can put you on the list, or also you can do the tickets online. I think there's a link to it on like Eventbrite or something. If there's an event link on Facebook that you can find all this information on. It's GFM Live at O'Malley's Alley. I'll put it on my personal page. I'll send a link to you guys too. That way if you want to like share it if anybody asks you how to get a hold of it. But just like any other concert, you can always just show up. It would be cool if you buy tickets before, but if you just looking for something to do on Saturday night, you show up at O'Malley's and come and get your head blown off by me and the boys in the Musia and the ladies from GFM. We're a pretty dynamic group. I would kind of put us in sort of a new metal category. We started off doing Deftones covers, and we sort of mutated into what we are from there. But my favorite thing about being in this band is that they really embrace the new metal aesthetic, which I've always been a fan of. So you think bands like Slipknot or Drowning Pool, Static X, Korn, that's my heart. Those are my favorite kinds of bands. So we kind of pay a lot of homage to Mudvayne, bands like that. So we kind of ring really true to that. And then you got to check out GFM. I can't even compare them to anything. If you're old school, old school, I would say Kitty. I don't know if you guys remember Kitty. They're a pretty big alternative new metal band that started off in the 90s and crested in the 2000s era. But they're their own thing. I really couldn't put them. They're beautycore is what they are, and there's nothing like them. I'm glad that I'm getting to like bring them to Ocala so everybody else can sort of fall in love the way that I did with their style.
Well, that's cool. That is definitely cool, and it's really neat. Now, if people want to get in touch with you, how should they get in touch with you?
You can link up with me. I'm pretty much really easy to find. Message me on Facebook. You could message me or any of the guys from the band on there on Facebook, Instagram. Either way. On Facebook, I'm Shawn Hannigan. On Instagram, I'm Shawn Lenant. So you can definitely hit me up if you're wanting to know about shows. And I try to be pretty busy online where I'll tell you what's going on next. Other things, Amusia is putting out a new single soon. We already have our first single out on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play Music, YouTube, all that stuff. It's called Dig Your Own Grave. So if you check out Amusia, it's AMUSIA, Amusia. If you want to know a little history of what that word means, if you look at it, it's like a sort of medical term meaning to be tone deaf, which is kind of a homage to the Deftones, which we started off as. So,
sounds like my singing. Yeah, I'll tell you, you're singing.
So we've definitely got some Deftones feel to our stuff, among other things. I'd kind of put us also in the neighborhood of like Slipknot and stuff like that. But if you check us out, we're on all the different music platforms, and we've got another single that's going to be coming up probably within this next week or two. So that's coming up soon. I'm in another band that's more of like a studio act called Seven Sins. We just recently released our first single on all the music platforms streaming. All of our stuff is coming out of Mix House Productions. So that's a production company that's run by Chris Riles' band. So you can check them out too. And the Mix House Studios is putting together Seven Sins, which Chris Riles is actually in. And that's more of a studio thing. We're looking to drop 7 deadly singles and then just release an album out of it. Who knows? We might end up performing, but for now, it's just about putting the music online and just see what we got going on. So that's Chad Olson. That's also Joey's in that too. We've been toying around with adding some new members to it as we go, writing new music and recording new music with them. So we got Seven Sins with Z, Amusia. Got to look up the GFM band on Instagram. They're the GFM band on Facebook. They're Gold, Frankincense, and Myrrh. Definitely check out their new stuff. They just recently released a new EP with a lot of really killer dynamite music, which I'm really excited to see them perform live, because I think we're going to be one of the first audiences that actually gets to see the new material on stage. So it's going to be really cool. Come zip with me, Zip the Canyons. Make sure you ask for DJ Shawn if you ever come through there. Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm pretty excited. We've got a new group of trainees coming in starting tomorrow. So tomorrow I'll be doing my first training session with brand new zipline guides. So I'm excited about doing that. First thing.
Nobody's got the magic touch like you. Let me tell you, you were a fantastic tour. We had the most fun ever, and we will be back.
Oh, yeah.
And you mentioned to me, and I will tell John about it before our time runs out, he wants to do some extreme go-karting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so I was telling you about that. You got to come do this. We have
60 miles an hour, even better.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got a spot, the OGP with the Ocala Grand Prix.
Okay.
So it's like one more exit down on the highway from where the zipline place is. And I a lot of times I'll kick this to people that come out, because obviously you're a little bit of an adventure seeker if you're out here ziplining with me. And so I'm like, hey, if you want to do something else that's cool and kind of like high octane. So the P has these, like, they're called a Rotax carts. These things go up to 65 miles an hour on go-kart.
I love it, man.
Do it. I've ridden on the regular carts that they have out there, which are already pretty fast. I'm gonna tell you that I wiped out a few times on the regular.
I know I'm going to, and I'm gonna have a blast doing it.
I figured it would be hard to convince you.
Well, I
figured.
No. I'll go on a go-kart and drop of the hat, man. I love those things. You know, I go to like Kissimmee, I always ride those go-karts. Yeah. The fun zone. Oh man, love go-karts, and I'm there, buddy.
Yeah. So next time you guys come through town, we're doing go-karts.
That sounds like a plan.
And zip lines, and we'll start spinning after the party.
Get people together beforehand to go. Call us up. Yeah, make the day.
Definitely, I'll GoPro myself out to go to go-karts. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah, let's do it, man. I'm down. We'll make a whole episode out of that day.
Okay.
I can get some of the local homies. I'll maybe see if I can get some of the guys from the band to come through and hang with us while we do it. You know, I'm sure they'd be down.
That will be a trip. All right. Well, it's been a great show.
It sure has.
Shawn, it's been wonderful having you on. You're always great to have on the show.
You're terrific.
Really appreciate you having coming on.
Absolutely, yeah. Hit me up anytime. I miss you guys. Love you guys. I hope we get to hang again soon.
Thanks a lot, man.
Don't forget us about the go-kart.
Yes, please don't. Please don't. I want to go drifting with one.
We'll get it done. We'll get it done. I'm totally down.
Mm-hmm. All right, Shawn.
We love you, Shawn, and we wish you the best of luck in everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Thank you so much, you guys. Cheers. Little shout out to you there.
Cheers to you.
Yo.
Take care.
All right, bye-bye, Shawn.
All right, y'all. Take care. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
Well, all right, you guys. How about that? He is something else. Let me tell you. I refer to him as my son, jokingly. Call him my son because he's young enough where he could be my son. And we really, really like him very much. We bonded with him the first time we met. Yeah, he's just a lot of fun. And we have to say, everyone, go to the canyons, ask for DJ Shawn to be the tour guide, and you will have the most fun you've ever had ziplining.
And if you want to see what it looks like, go on our YouTube show, and you'll see where we have the ziplining adventures on there. You'll see the zip lines as we do it, because we have ourselves GoPro'd out.
And you see how much fun it is.
Oh, it's a blast.
And then also, don't forget, you have this Saturday at O'Malley's in Ocala. You have the shows he's going to be playing at and GFM, so you definitely want to go. You don't want to miss that.
He says they're good, they're good.
That's for sure. All right, everybody, thank you so much for your support and watching our show and being with us for this wonderful evening and this fun-filled hour. We love you all.
Shiny side up.
Rubber side down.
We love you all.
And sorry about the video and the audio. We will get that fixed for the next time.
Bye-bye, guys.
Bye.